Hey, we're between the benches. John Castanino, Matt Gutierrez here. Ice side, Golden Knights, after another victory at home, 6 in a row now, Matt, at T-Mobile Arena. Glad you're joining us. This report brought to you by The Pint on West Charleston near Wallapai. Wear an ugly sweater into The Pint, Matt, and you get into a drawing for free Golden Knights tickets, so take advantage of that. Tell them we sent you. And I always say they'll give you a free beer if you just say Sports Adrenaline sent you down there. And the Michael Wester Allstate Agency at 702-435-4211. So Golden Knights, they play a good game from start to finish, right? Get a little bit snake-bitten at the end of that first period. I think it was a minute 50 to go. They give up 2 goals right away and then come back. Brandon Pirri, the guy that we've been talking about nonstop, and hopefully we're not the only ones, but I just don't know why this guy does not have a permanent spot on the roster. All he does is score goals as a Golden Knight. So his first one this season in his first game in uniform. Last year he scores 3 goals in 2 games, so it's 4 in 3 games for him. But overall, wire-to-wire, very good performance, even though they had to come from behind, but they get the job done.
Yeah, I asked Marc-Andre about those 2 goals at the end of the first period, pretty much back-to-back goals for New York, and asked him what he saw. Said the first one, just a lot of traffic, never saw it. He was screened off pretty good.
I know it was between 2 guys.
Yeah, at least 2. I mean, it made its way through a lot of legs and arms and sticks and found his way to the back of the net. The second goal, I think he wishes he had back. He said he just got beat. But, I mean, that was outside of a few decent chances here and there. That was pretty much it from New York. Vegas was able to take over. They dominated most of the first. The second period, and we talked to Gallant about jump, right, and Vegas having that jump. And once they went on the power play in the second period, about 7.5 minutes in, Pirri gets that first goal. The tone of the game changed. The pace of the game changed. We saw the Knights really speed the game up, found a lot of great chances, and ended up with the 4-2 win. And I think it was a really nice team performance. On both ends of the ice, you saw some great back checking there from everybody. Just more of that Golden Knights hockey that we keep talking about from last season that we'd like to see them get back to more often. And they seem to find it here at home every night.
Yeah, maybe we'll touch on that to wrap it up, Matt. But we're seeing the old Golden Knights, and it's been the old Golden Knights for like 4 weeks now. So I think this is certainly a playoff team while they're out of a playoff spot, or at least on the edge of a playoff spot right now. A couple more things still to point out about this game. Marc-Andre Fleury now moves into 9th place solely all-time, passing Tony Esposito with 424 wins, I believe is the number. So did he talk about that?
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he the first thing he said is, I've been able to play on a lot of good teams, talking about Pittsburgh, obviously, with his 3 rings, and coming over here to Vegas. So obviously giving credit to the guys that he's played with. But we were sitting up there in the booth today, and I was sitting next to Jason from Sinbin, and he said, man, we're spoiled watching this guy play. And we really are. I mean, he makes it look so effortless sometimes, and it's amazing the magic that he has in net. Another thing we need to touch on before we go away, Riley Smith and Alex Tuch. Switching lines there. Gallant talked about just a gut feeling. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But moved Riley Smith to the second line with Stastny, and then threw Tuch up on that first line with Marchessault and Carlson. Seemed to work out pretty well, John.
Yeah, and that's something he's avoided for forever and a day. That top line's been together all of last season and all of this year, and I was going to touch on that. But yeah, it did work. We'll just see, Gallant, of course, not giving anybody any sort of inkling as to what he wants to do. I love talking about Brandon Pirri, and I asked Gallant about that. Just what a luxury for this team to have, that you have the leading scorer in the AHL to just hop on up here on a 2-way contract with no worry about him having to clear waivers. He's here, and then he scores a goal. That's great to have. I think the kids earned some more playing time. We'll just see how long Pacioretty is out.
Yeah, Pacioretty is going to miss at least a week here, and we'll see how serious it is. But Pirri is not the player Pacioretty is. I mean, we know that, but he is an NHL level player.
More serviceable than a Nozick or
Daniel Carr. He's looked better coming up than those guys have. He's a little more of instant offense. I asked him this morning about that, coming in last season and 3 goals in 2 games. And he said he's a shoot-first guy. That's what he wants to do. And you saw him with a quick goal on the power play, and then almost had another one right after that when he talked about it. He goes, Nate Schmidt sent the puck through 3 guys. I didn't think it was going to get there, and all of a sudden it's on my tape. He said, I got to be ready for that. And really, if he was ready for it, he probably would have put it in the back of the net because he had the goalie beat. But, he'll get into rhythm here. He'll start to settle in, and I think you're going to see him be a major contributor on that line.
Be a good discussion here Saturday morning on, CBS Sports Radio, 11:40 a.m. I didn't say it. 8 to 10 a.m. We've got Rudy Rudiger coming on the show.
Rudy.
We'll run some sound from the boys here from this game. We'll kind of preview Sunday's game against the Kings on the 23rd. That should be interesting.
Well,
again.
They've got Montreal on Saturday afternoon, too. Don't forget that.
Oh, back-to-back. Boy, I just forgot the Canadiens altogether.
Yeah, a lot of people have.
Yeah, I guess so. We'll discuss all that stuff and more. Again, Golden Knights win here tonight. 4-2, 6 straight wins here at T-Mobile Arena. And again, another really good wire-to-wire performance. The old Golden Knights continuing to be here. I believe it's 42 points right now. They've got 20 wins. We'll just see what Gallant does with these line changes. Does Alex Tuch stay on the top line? He's certainly a top-line talent. And how long will Brandon Peary stay with the club? Those questions, I guess, will be answered. Time will tell. Hate to end on a cliche, but we're going to do that. For Matt, I'm John. We'll see you next time.